This week, Eden Prairie High School's undefeated boys basketball team would have been competing in the state tournament.
Obviously an odd situation. Typically I would be interviewing you all face to face, but now we have you all in an arrangement like this. Is this weird?
It's definitely a little weird, but like we've said, we've tried to make the best out of the situation. And a lot of these guys I've known since I was like in 3rd, 4th grade.
With no tournament, no prom, no hanging out.
I'm just thinking about this coronavirus thing. It's been taking a lot of stuff we love away. All the joy we have with the team and just socially too. I'm missing school because I have nothing to do at home. It's just been really boring lately.
It's a lot for them to cope with.
It still hurts that we weren't able to win the state championship, but we know what we were capable of.
Even though we don't necessarily have a state championship banner, we know in our hearts how good we were and what that means for the community.
But in the downtime, they've quickly come up with silver linings.
Quickly they went to what's the bigger picture, and frankly that's maybe the biggest reason why we had such success this year is because it's never been about each individual player, it's about the group.
It's basically taught me that nothing is permanent. Like the fact that we didn't get any closure, like we didn't know when our last game or practice was or anything like that. We obviously had an idea, but it's really just taught me to appreciate like what's in front of me.
Although the viral pandemic has robbed these kids of a normal high school experience and maybe even a state championship.
How do you break through that boredom? I mean, what do you do to pass the time?
A lot of video games, eating. I've watched about 4 seasons of Family Guy.
It's driven home a valuable lesson that basketball already taught them.
Yeah, these are just times of uncertainty, and we're all just trying to make the best of it by enjoying each other and doing everything we can to stick with each other, and whether that's texting each other or get on a group FaceTime or whatever, and we're just trying to make the best of it.
We're all in this together. Norman Seawright, WCCO 4 News.
Minnesota is scheduled to play against Real Salt Lake on Friday, but the club staff back at home made sure fans had a chance to enjoy the match tonight from Allianz Field.
Yeah, we've been waiting 4 months to have something, Minnesota, so this'll work.
It's not the ideal.
It feels amazing. It's sad seeing our normal seats across the way, but it's nice to just feel like a little normalcy.
It's great to be back. It's, to watch the game and be around fans, but tonight would be a beautiful night for a game here.
But just sitting at Allianz Field to watch Minnesota United is enough.
We're season ticket holders and diehard Loons fans, so we're just happy to be back in the stadium.
The club is experimenting. They might try it again.
We are happy with the turnout. We within 11 minutes of making this available, our fans snatched up all of the available spots, and so we're really pleased to see there was an appetite from our fans to come and watch the game here in person.
These few season ticket holders are happy to be part of the test run.
This is what we can do right now, so I'm trying to enjoy the moment.
You're part of something bigger when you're here, and then, you add the dark clouds over there. I mean, it's a great experience.
Wonderful experience indeed, especially with a win.
We're in the state hockey, right? And for a month I've been getting, when can we get in? When can we get in? Let us in, let us play.
Lumberyard Hockey and Sports Center in Stillwater is trying to answer that question.
As the order came out yesterday, we were pretty disappointed because we had plans to open on Monday. Yesterday we asked our customers, we have 1,000 young kids in our league, 102 teams.
I had to tell them, well, it was 60-40 yes, but that's maybe not enough.
They've been proactive, trying to balance playing with safety.
We thought with our plan that we laid out that we would be able to do that.
They would space out game times and require players to show up already dressed with only one adult supervisor allowed per child, limiting the chance for contact with each other.
Kind of average age is 4 to 14.
Knowing what kind of sport hockey is, you have puck drops, you have the checking. And if none of that happens at this level, then it seems like it could make sense.
I won't kid anybody. Players will probably be within 6 feet of each other, but our leagues by rule are non-contact.
It's about kids making quick decisions and moving the puck. So there's lots of space with only 3 players on each team on this rink.
It's not easy to navigate.
If somebody doesn't feel comfortable because they're going to put themselves or their family at risk, then that's okay.
But all they want is to offer a choice.
I hear that in the press conferences. We trust Minnesotans. You're doing the right thing. Well, believe us, we are. And we can open our business and still do the right thing.
Norman Seawright, WCCO 4 News.
During my basketball career, I remember I got injured for probably 2 months right before my senior year in college. And I did a lot of different exercises. I went in the gym and worked on different drills because I just physically wasn't able to move. And during that 2-month period, I really was able to change my game quite a bit and really focus on some weaknesses that I had. Ultimately, that led me into one of the best years of basketball I ever had.
Jefferson Mason is a pretty good motivator.
Let's go, Norman, let's go!
And he understands what it's like to have your dream interrupted.
I know when I was a player, I could have done things a little bit better. I could have trained harder and more efficiently.
So he and Dr. Dish are offering a 10-day virtual basketball camp.
It's tough for players now with the virus and being at home, not being able to work with trainers or coaches, and kind of being a little bit lost on an island out there. What we wanted to do here at Dr. Dish Basketball is provide the players, coaches, and parents an opportunity to have a curriculum to go out and work in their driveways.
Something like this.
Come on, Norman, let's go, baby! We the dish. Hey, he's in the dish line putting work.
Pay no attention to me. I was always a better defender than anything else.
Each day is going to focus on a different skill that players are going to progress through and give them an opportunity to go in their driveway and really put in the work that they want to during this tough time.
It's doable with or without a hoop, but it requires one thing.
Being able to be self-aware and where you're at in your basketball skill set and really focusing on those things right now when you're at home, maybe with a coach not necessarily watching you, but still staying accountable is an important thing. And so what we want to do with the motivation is to say, hey, be ready for the next opportunity. You know, we can only pray that this ends sooner rather than later.
And while this camp can work in tandem with the Dr. Dish shooting machine, Jefferson and the rest of the staff share one passion.
I never had a trainer or anybody that had really a lot of knowledge around basketball, and so for me to come back and be able to give the knowledge that I've gained through my years of playing and give it back to youth is extremely important. And I know all the trainers that we work with feel the same way.